What are some good classic war movies? Bridge over the River Kwai, Platoon, Apocalypse Now, Glory, Full Metal Jacket. Das Boot. Zulu, 1964, really good film about the Battle of Rorke's Drift in 1879. Come and see. If more people watch this movie, hopefully there would be less war. All Quiet on the Western Front. Tora Tora Tora. A little dry, but awesome scenes from the USA and Japan side. The Longest Day. Full Metal Jacket. Das Boot. Saving Private Ryan. Platoon. Bridge on the River Kwai. Apocalypse Now. Where Eagles Dare * is a fun one. Gives off some real Wolfenstein vibes. Force 10 from Navarone. Guns of Navarone. Sergeant York and To Hell and Back. Band of Brothers if that counts. Kelly's Heros. Sergeant York. Midway. Bridge on the River Kwai. The Great Escape. The Dirty Dozen. All Quiet on the Western Front. Apocalypse Now, the Ninth Company, Enemy at the Gates. It's hard to top the first one. All Quiet on the Western Front. 1930. Also. Paths of Glory. 1957. Kubrick. Gallipoli. 1981. When Mel Gibson was still Australian. Full Metal Jacket. 1987. Also Kubrick. I've also heard that Come and See. 1985. Is horrifyingly good, but haven't seen it. Midway. 1976. I haven't seen the 2019 remake. One year we watched Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, Hamburger Hill, and a few others over Christmas break. All good movies in their own right. Apocalypse Now. It's possibly my favorite movie. But do not waste your time with any redux director's cuts. They're all so much worse than the original theatrical version. Full Metal Jacket. 12 O'Clock High. It's a Gregory Peck film. Also depending on your definition of war film. But Casablanca if you haven't seen it yet. Deer Hunter. Zulu. No love here for The Longest Day? Depends on your definition of classic. World War II. To Hell and Back. Bridge on the River Kwai. And Hell is for Heroes. Vietnam. Full Metal Jacket. First Blood. And Good Morning, Vietnam. Paths to Glory. Kubrick at his early best. Sticking to American conflicts only. I'd say. And X200B. Revolutionary War. John Adams. Mini-series. The Crossing. And X200B. The American Civil War. Gone with the Wind. Glory. Gettysburg. And X200B. World War I. 1917. Sergeant York. All Quiet on the Western Front. Lawrence of Arabia. And X200B. World War II. Band of Brothers. Limited series. The Pacific. Limited series. Saving Private Ryan. Life is Beautiful. Schindler's List. Grave of the Fireflies. Patton. And X200B. The Korean War. I Wish There Were More. M.A.S.H. TV show. MacArthur. And X200B. Vietnam. Apocalypse Now. Full Metal Jacket. Platoon. The Deer Hunter. And X200B. The Gulf War. Jarhead. And X200B. The Iraq War. Afghanistan. The Hurt Locker. Zero Dark 30. Restrepo. Documentary. The Dam Busters. Lots of great flying sequences. Sink the Bismarck. The final duel between the Bismarck and the home fleet is epic. Hamburger Hill. Yuri. Midway. Eastern Front. German film World War II. Stalingrad. German film World War II. Good Morning Vietnam and Kelly's Heroes. Really glad to see Paths of Glory mentioned so often. And Das Boot. Watch the subtitled version, not the dubbed one. Apocalypse Now. Of course. I'm surprised I haven't seen Gettysburg mentioned yet. I rather like the Blue Max. With George Peppard. Sahara. Humphrey Bogart. Lawrence of Arabia. Peter O'Toole. Lost Command. Anthony Quinn. The Longest Day. Tora. 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 Warning. Steer clear of * Battle of the Bulge and Pearl Harbor. Hamburger Hill. The Dirty Dozen. Kelly's Heroes. Pork Chop Hill. The Big Red One. Sergeant York. Shenandoah Battle of Midway. Herbie Goes Bananas. Captain America. The Civil War. Saving Private Ryan. For One. Midway. Dam Busters. The Longest Day. Battle of Britain. A Bridge Too Far. Whatever you do, don't ever watch Come and See, and Threads on the same session. You're welcome. Memphis Belle. The soundtrack is great and there's one more I think it's called Pearl Harbor but I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Both great, both about World War II, so I suggest if World War II is a sensitive topic don't watch, but Memphis Belle isn't as bad. It's just some people flying a plane and that's why the movie is great.